Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 302 Sports Presentation at Delaware High School Basketball. Today we're here at Frawley Stadium. We're going to watch Conrad.
Baseball.
Baseball? Did I say
Baseball,
basketball?
yeah.
I guess that's the Delaware Presentation Delaware High School Baseball. We're here at Frawley Stadium. This would be a tough place to play basketball in, wouldn't it,
Yeah.
Pat? I'm Pat O'Donnell, and I'm here with Jason Winchell. How you doing today, Jason?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Pat?
Man, I'm excited about this game today. We got an undefeated Conrad team at 9-0 coming in and playing against Newark Charter, both Diamond State Conference opponents.
Yes.
And 8-2.
Yeah.
So Charter, so it means something for the Diamond State Conference as well as for the state.
And Newark Charters lost to has also beat Slazy Anthem this year.
So the
that's
Diamond State
the win.
Conference is very tough. You've
Yeah.
got DMA has also has a good baseball team,
And so does
as well,
Archmere.
and Archmere.
Yeah.
So it may be one of the strongest conferences in the state.
In the state.
Now today we've got players to watch. Well, I believe on the mound today for Conrad will be Kyle Maxwell. Kyle Maxwell is on the mound. And do we know who's pitching for who's pitching? Shane Quopo. He's got a tough name to say. Shane Quopo will be on the mound for Newark Charter. Not sure what his record is. I know Maxwell, I guess, is probably undefeated. Maybe
Yeah, I think
1-0 or 2-0 because
yeah,
you got Bradigan at 6-0.
Yeah, Bradigan 6-0 on the year. He's the DH tonight.
So he's going to be on the
Conrad.
mound. And Charter so far this year has scored 62 runs and 63 runs for Conrad. So we're pretty even there. Runs allowed per game, 3.1 for Newark Charter, and then 13 runs allowed by Conrad, just 1.5
Right. And
per game. So they a little bit of an advantage there.
Their pitching is strong, and when you have a pitcher that's 6-0, that helps those stats out a little bit. Bradigan had just shut out St. Mark's on Sunday 3-0 in a game where he outpitched Billy Sullivan, which is hard to do.
Yeah, it's not an easy task right there. St. Mark's, of course, I believe they won today, 1-0 over Smyrna.
Yeah.
So a lot of baseball going on today here in the state. A lot of good baseball too, folks. We got other players that we're going to be keeping an eye on today. We've got for Newark Charter the shortstop Zachary Lesher, and then Shane Chopoco.
Yes.
Chopoco is his name. I believe he'll probably be the pitcher.
He's a pitcher.
Then also for Conrad, keep an eye on number 13, Brock Knoll, and also number 8, Kyle Walker.
Yep, Walker's the shortstop, Knowles the catcher.
They're introducing the starting lineups right now, Jace.
And we're
here
getting ready
at
to go.
Frawley Stadium, and I got to tell you, it's a great place to see a baseball game.
It's unbelievable here.
Baseball fans, there's a great seat everywhere. Right now we're going to rise for the playing of the national anthem. And an excellent, excellent rendition of the national anthem.
Sung by a
That
Newark charter student.
Very nice job getting ready to get this game started off. I believe Conrad is the visiting team, so they'll be batting first.
They will be up first, and here is their lineup, Pat, if you just want to go down.
Batting first will be number 8, Kyle Walker. Batting second, number 2, Kevin Russo. Batting third, number 13, Brock Knoll. Batting fourth and cleanup, number 12, Anthony Madonna. Batting fifth, number 9, Jack Sisifo. Batting seventh, number 21. Okay, Ryan Bradigan, that's his spot for the designated hitter. He'll be designated hitting for Brendan Miller, who will be playing third base. And then batting eighth, number 18, Dustin Sutton in left field. And number 6 will be batting ninth, Marshall Autry. And then number 4, it has a great baseball tradition even before, this reincarnation that we have here with the Red Wolves and here when the school reopened. But back in the day, they had some really great pitching. I'll tell you that right now. We'll talk more about that later. Right now, Chopko getting ready to deliver. First pitch to Walker. It's outside. Ball 1. So we got 1-0 on the count. Looked like a fastball right there. Tried to put it on the outside corner. Looked a little low. Here's the second pitch, 1-0 pitch. He calls that a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. That's the pitch he was trying to hit first with the first
pitch, yes.
So he's got a spot that he can try to paint the corners. Chopko, 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Maxwell working Walker, Kyle Walker, working the count to his favorite, 2-1.
Walker's a good leadoff hitter for Conrad because he's got some speed.
Chopko, delivery with a 2-1. That looked like a strike, 2-2.
Good pitch there. He fired that one right down the plate.
Pitcher's got the count back to even. Chopko. 2-2. First batter, the windup, the pitch. Just outside.
Bring up a full count to the first batter of this game.
He really likes to work that outside corner for him. He hasn't gone inside yet on the batter. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Fouled away.
Right.
So still 3-2. Yeah, fouled back. Walker hangs right in there. This is always this is where he has to give you something to hit.
Yes, he has. You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter, especially somebody with speed. So
If you're a hitter in that box, you're looking for a pitch to hit. And I think Walker's a hitter. So here comes the pitch from Chopko. Full count. He nubs it. It's going to be off the plate. Foul ball. Or off his foot, one of the two.
Might have been off his foot, but it was definitely a foul ball, and the umpire called it right away.
So still a full count here on the first batter. And Conrad versus Newark Charter. Big game here in the state today, folks. 3-2 pitch by Chopko. That's going to look like it's going to roll up. It's going to go to the first baseman. He's going to step on first. And there's one down.
A good play there by Logan Vivian. He fielded the ball cleanly and tagged the base himself for the rare 3 unassisted.
I think also a good at bat by Walker, even though he grounded out to first. He did draw a full count, and I believe he 7-8 pitches right there off first batter. So
yeah, that's a good way to start.
Coming to the plate now, number 2, Kevin Russo. Chapo's first pitch to Russo. That's high. 1-0. Chopko seems to, so far, have pretty good control. His second pitch. Right on that. That's his pitch right there. It's on the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, he's found that outside. He likes throwing that outside corner, Pat. As we noticed the first two.
Yeah, well, the batter isn't quite sure whether it's outside or not. There's the pitch. He tries to bunt it. It's got fouled back. It's going to make the count 1-2. That was a nice. Actually, that was an inside pitch right there. He jammed him on that bunt.
And that's
Very
always
nice pitch by Chopko.
It's always good to mix those pitches up, Pat. You could throw a hitter off the bat.
Yeah, you want to change up your speeds, change up your spots. So here's a 1-2 pitch to Russo. Chopko delivers. Throws a curve. Doesn't quite break enough. It's a little off the plate inside, so it's going to be 2-2 count. 2-2. Pitch to Russo. Chopko to wind up. The pitch. Outside. Back to another full count.
Yeah. That was a real close pitch. Good eye by the batter, but a really close pitch there, Pat.
So Chopko, another full count here to the first two batters. The payoff. Strike 3. As Russo goes down swinging, Chopko works the count to 3-2 and then comes up with a fastball down the middle and gets him to whiff.
Yeah, good pitch there. And we've seen him, both first two batters have gone full count.
So we're getting this pitch count up there.
Yes, that's
early.
what I was trying to get at, that there is a pitch count, 105 pitches. And then you can finish the batter.
This is number 13, Brock Knoll, batting third. Chopko's first pitch. Knoll hits it high, looks playable. I think the right fielder is underneath it. And he pulls it in for the third out of the inning. So at the end of a half inning of play, it's Conrad 0 and the Patriots of Newark Charter coming to bat. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of Frio2Sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the bottom of the first inning. Newark Charter coming to bat. Very nice inning in the first inning by Newark Charters pitcher Sean Chopko. Was able to retire all three batters. Although the first two he ran up to the full count, whereas I think Brock Noel, was that one pitch?
Yes,
Jason?
that was
just
one
pitch.
pitch.
So that helped his pitch count out right there. So see, on the mound for Conrad is going to be number 4, Kyle Maxwell. Kyle Maxwell, I don't know what Kyle's record is this year. Do you have any?
I want to say he's 2-0.
You want to say 2-0? Of course, Kyle, I remember him from the Buzz Zebley leagues. He played against my son, and he was a good pitcher back then. And he's progressed to where he's able to start as a high school senior. So I think he's come quite a way. And I'm really excited to see Kyle. See how he makes out here. He's a former Pulaski. It was the Pulaski baseball team over at Buzz Zebley that he played for. Conrad getting ready to get underway here. Going to whip the ball around. Zach Lesher, number 3, will be leading off, who we remember from the basketball team.
Yeah, and he's a good player for this.
Good, solid athlete.
He's a left-handed batter.
Left-handed batter. He shot right-handed, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of ambidextrous right there. Kyle Maxwell with his first pitch, the windup, the delivery, outside, ball 1. So we got a 1-0 count here to Zach Lesher. Maxwell winds up, delivers. That's a strike right there.
Good pitch here by
1-1.
Maxwell.
So Lesher probably wants to take one. He gets a look at it. Now he's looking for something to hit. 1-1 pitch. Nobody out. And there's Lesher. And he does hit it, right? Like I say, right there past the shortstop. Solid hit.
He's such a good leadoff hitter for them. He always makes contact, and they're nice leadoff single.
That's a nice solid line drive
Yeah.
right there. Like I said, he got to look at one of the pitches, and then he was ready to swing. Now number 10, Brett Callahan comes to the plate with a runner on first, nobody out.
He's a freshman.
Just a freshman. And part of the Newark Little League team that went to the World Series. So he's played on the big stage.
I believe we have a balk. So the runner will take second base.
They're going to talk. The umps are going to talk it over, but I think you're 100% correct. There was a balk. No, now they're sending them back. So he just called timeout, so there was no balk. So there's no count on the batter. 0-0 is runner on first. Nobody out here in the first inning, bottom of the first. Newark Charter. Kyle Maxwell on the mound. Maxwell does it into the stretch, delivers low for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, he's got to try to keep Lesher pretty close, I would think.
Yeah, Lesher got some speed there at first base. And
Maxwell into the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. And again, almost the same spot, but this time the left fielder is there. He pulls it in, and Lesher will have to go back there to first base. So you got one down here in the first inning. Runner on first. Maxwell on the mound, and at the plate now is number 11, Ryan Walsh, the left fielder.
he is a junior.
Lesher taking a lead. Maxwell into his stretch.
He
Throws it
back.
over to first. Trying to keep him a little close. I mean, that's for a right-hander. I always envied left-handers because left-handers have that move
Right.
where they could just lift that leg up in the air before you know it, they got you.
And
So
they kick right over there with first base on you.
Here's Maxwell into the stretch. He's going to deliver. High. Ball 2. 2-0. Yeah, that is just it's tough for a right hand. You know who does a great job? Billy Sullivan
Yes.
of keeping runners close. So here we got a 1-0 count. Maxwell, the delivery. Kind of had it faked a bunt. And he pulled it back. So it's 1-1 now. That's a strike down the middle. Looked like it would, if he really wanted to bunt it, looked like he could have bunted that.
Yeah,
so
that was a good pitch to bunt.
they got 1-1. Runner on first. Maxwell's pitch. Fouled back, straight back. So now it's 1-2. Kyle Maxwell ahead of the batter.
It's always a good thing to be pitching ahead of the batter.
Yeah,
Because then you can throw an assortment of pitches.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to maybe throw something that into the dirt, get him to commit. So 1-2 pitch. Maxwell delivers to Walsh. Strike 3. High, hard fastball.
Those are always the toughest pitches to lay off.
It is. That is 100% correct, Jason. As I used to say, I was a sucker for a high fastball.
Yeah, me too. A pitch always looks so good for you.
Now, Kevin Buglio, the cleanup hitter, third baseman, number 33, will be facing Maxwell with Lesher still on first and 2 outs. The stretch by Maxwell. Inside, ball 1. We got 1-0 on the batter. Kevin Buglio, Buglio. Maxwell, the move. He almost had him leaning there.
Yeah, almost had him leaning in.
Made a close play at first. So Maxwell is keeping Lesher close. Got a 1-0 pitch. Goes into the stretch. Delivers. Does not catch the plate. It's a curveball. Must have been a little bit low, Jace. It looked like it was a cross. So we got 2-0 count now for Maxwell on Buglio. Lesher. The delivery. Inside, ball 3. So 3-0 on the batter.
See if they give him a green light here, Pat. I'd probably let him look at the pitch.
I'm going to think he's 100% on the take.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking right now. But you could be right. 3-0. The delivery. 2 outs. Maxwell, again, almost catches Lesher off. Lesher, not quite leaning.
No.
That's when you can really get the pickoff plays, when you get that runner to lean. Maxwell, 3-0 pitch. He goes into the stretch. The delivery. Outside. He calls that a strike. That's on the outside corner. Either that or he committed.
Yeah, that was.
He may have thought it was committed, or it was on the corner of the plate.
On the corner of the plate.
So 3-1. 2 outs. Runner on first. Kevin Buglio in the batter's box.
We have a timeout.
Timeout.
Called by the batter.
Buglio steps out on Maxwell. Maxwell to the stretch. 3-1 pitch. Popped up high in the middle infield. Looks like the second baseman's going to pull it in, and he does. So, at the end of 1 inning of play, we got Conrad 0, Patriots 0, no hits, no runs, and Conrad coming up here in the second inning. We'll be right back.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz and Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation at Delaware High School Baseball. Make sure that I get that right. And also a correction, I said there was no hit so far. There was one hit by Zach Lesher. He had that solid line drive into left
And
field.
he was left on base last inning, but good job by Maxwell after getting up that leadoff single by getting the next 3 batters out.
Yeah, showed good poise on the mound. Now Chopko will come up to face the cleanup hitter for Conrad, would be Anthony Madonna, the right fielder. I guess Madonna, he's also a senior.
I believe he is a senior.
So he'll be stepping in here against Chopko. Chopko threw quite a few pitches in that first inning. I think he threw about 12 or so.
Yeah,
maybe a couple more.
He threw 1 to Newell and had a couple full counts to the first 2 batters.
Now he's facing Madonna. So Chopko with the wind-up. The pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Chopko really likes that outside corner. I've only seen him go inside 1 time so far. 1-0 pitch. Outside. So it's 2-0 count. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Conrad at the bat right now. We have Anthony Madonna, the right fielder, with a 2-0 count. Sean Chopko with the wind-up, the pitch. Another ball. Just misses on the outside. 3-0.
Yep.
So there's that pitch count that we were talking about. He's getting it up again on the first batter of the inning. That ball's outside. Ball 4. 4 pitches, 4 balls. So control problems so far.
Yeah, and it's what we always say for a pitcher, you never want to walk that leadoff batter or start an inning.
It always seems like it's a very bad omen.
Always seems to come back and haunt you.
It seems to score.
Yes.
They usually bring him around to score, which is weird that it happens with the walk, but not so much with just a leadoff single, which happens. But of course, that the walk shows that the pitcher maybe doesn't quite have his control. So coming up batting 5th this time, this is number 9, Jack Sissifo for Conrad with a runner on first. Was this the designated hitter? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Ryan Brannigan batting 5th. Okay, Ryan Brannigan. The first pitch is a strike, 0-1. He went to bunt the ball. So now Brannigan, 0-1. Chopko on the mound. Madonna leading off of first base. The stretch by Chopko. And timeout. Boy, he really holds that stretch.
Yeah. As a batter, you always want to take that time out there if you think it's been too long.
Exactly, yeah. It's such a mental battle in between the pitcher and the batter. Now here's Chopko, 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. Excuse me, 0-1, now it's 0-2.
It's 0-2, yep.
So 2 strikes right away to Ryan Brannigan. Brannigan, of course, is their pitcher that we were talking about earlier. He's in the DH role today.
He shut out St. Mark's last Sunday.
3-0.
And he also had a RBI single in that game.
We got 0-2 count on Brannigan. Madonna on first. The pitch. Strike 3. He's out. First base is occupied.
So he would not be able to run on the ball in the dirt.
So we got number 18, Dustin Sutton, the left fielder, will be coming to the plate. They're going to have, I guess they've made the call. Looked like at first they were going to have a little discussion with the base runner and the batter. But now the base runner is back. Madonna back on first. 1 out. No count on the batter as Chopko ready to give his first pitch here to Dustin Sutton. Sutton Jr. goes into the stretch. Chopko delivers. Right down the middle of the plate. Strike 1.
Looked like he was thinking of bunting there.
Yeah, it would have been a nice pitch to bunt. It was pretty much right down the middle of the plate. Not high. Not too low. 0-1 on the batter, Sutton. Chopko goes into his delivery. Boy, that Madonna was really getting a nice lead there off of first base.
Yeah.
And Really lucky to get back, or Chopko didn't have the move in order to get over there to get him. Chopko. It looked like, I don't know if he came to a complete stop. That's where you're going to get your ball call. So we've got an 0-1 count. Well, we've got a really a mental game going on here.
Yeah,
We're stepping out.
It seems like it's pitcher's taking his time, and the batter's going to call timeout.
That's the pitcher's option. He delivers that. Strike two. So Chopko, yeah, he has his. He likes to keep his pace.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have guys who work really fast. Sometimes you got guys who work really slow.
First Lovin from St. Mark's, he's always in a hurry.
As is Billy Sullivan.
Yes.
They both work fast, and Chopko 0-2 pitch. Close on the inside corner, but not there. Misses just off the corner there on the inside, so it's a 1-2 count now to Dustin Sutton. Anthony Madonna still on first, 1 out. Chopko goes over, keeps him close. Just 1 down here with the runner on first. Sean Chopko goes into his stretch. He delivers, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that's, I believe, the second strikeout for Chopko, right?
Third.
Third strike. So coming to the plate now will be number 6, Marshall Antry, first baseman. Oh, excuse me, Kyle Maxwell.
Yeah, he went out from. He's batting 7th now because there was an injury before the game, so the lineup got changed on us. So we're all.
So Marshall Antry was the one that got hurt. He got hurt, or who got hurt? Oh, Sisypho. Oh, stolen base right there as we were looking to see how the lineup changed, because we said with Conrad had one player drop out, got hurt during warm-ups. So now on second, Madonna in scoring position. Still, it's 2 outs, 1 strike on the batter. Single could bring home a run. Chopko goes into his stretch. The pitch. That's a curve. It comes right in, hits the inside corner. It's 0-2 now. So Kyle Maxwell with an 0-2 count. Got a chance to help his own cause right here. Bring him an RBI. If he can bang a little single through the hole. 0-2 pitch though. Sean Chopko delivers. Strike 3.
He struck out the side that inning, and it's his 4th strikeout of the game, Pat.
Yeah, we may be talking about his pitch count, but he did a heck of a job right there in that inning. So at the end of 1.5 innings, it's 0-0 with Conrad, or the Newark Charter, coming to bat as they're tied with Conrad right here. We'll be right back after these messages.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations. From Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. Today we have Newark Charter Patriots versus Conrad. We're going to go over the lineup now for Newark Charter. Batting first is Zach Lesher, number 3. Batting second, number 10, Brett Callahan. Batting third, number 11, Ryan Walsh. Batting fourth, number 33, Kevin Buglio. Batting fifth, number 34, Logan Vivian. Batting sixth, we have a designated hitter, That'll be Sean Kilby. Number 7, batting 7th, number 6, Ellis Dorr. And batting 8, number 4, Anthony Dalton. And batting 9th, number 18, Shane Chopko. Kyle Maxwell on the mound for Conrad. Stepping into the plate, Logan Vivian. Fouls it back, 0-1 count. Vivian, pretty big sized guy right there. He gets a hold of one. 0-1. Kyle Maxwell, the delivery. That's low, 1-1.
Yeah, it is a poke in this part to get one out of here, but it has been done before.
Yeah, I was here, watched I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago, a kid from Caravel put it out, Tyler Williams. Now here's Kyle Maxwell with his delivery. Boy, that was a pitch to hit. He wanted that one, but it's now 1-2 as he fouls it back. I think he really saw that one as
a pitch.
Oh, yeah, he wanted
drive.
that one. He wants that one back. So now we got 1-2 on the batter. Maxwell, the windup, the pitch, inside, hit him. Hit batsman, so Vivian will go down to first. And we were talking about walks earlier as a leadoff. I think the same thing proves true for a hitting for a hit batsman, hitting a guy. So Kyle tried to go inside on the big man, and it cost him. So we got a runner on first, and Vivian to the plate right now, Sean Kelby for Newark Charter. Here's the stretch by Maxwell. He delivers inside, ball 1. 1-0 on Sean Kelly. Over on first is Vivian. Vivian takes his lead. Maxwell with the stretch. 1-0 pitch, outside 2-0.
He's seems to have lost the strike zone here a little bit. After that hit by a pitch, he's thrown 2 balls outside.
We had the outside and the one down low, yeah. So now 2-0 on the batter. Sean Kelby, he steps out. Conrad, of course, undefeated this year.
Yeah, 9-0.
9-0.
We've seen him beat some good teams.
2-0. Stretch by Maxwell. Swinging. It fouls it back. Actually beats it onto the ground a little bit right there. So
yeah, 2-0 ahead of the count. He was looking for a pitch to drive.
That's the hitter's count right there. 2-0, 3-1. Figuring he's got to bring it in. Now 2-1. Also a very good pitch for the batter. Maxwell goes into the stretch. You can see Vivian not taking much of a lead over there. But there's a hard smack. It is off the glove. I believe that should be a base hit.
Yeah, I'd score that as a single.
I believe that's going to be second hit for Newark Charter. Yep, they put it up. That was Sean Kelby, designated hitter, gets the base hit, advances the runner. So he got first and second, nobody out. Coming to the plate, number 6, Ellis Dorr, the second baseman. Now we're going to get a pinch runner, or maybe is it a courtesy runner? It's a courtesy runner.
Probably courtesy run.
Courtesy runner, number 7, Lucas McCulley. So now they got speed on second base there, Jace. Which means Ellis Dorr just trying to put one in a hole, trying to get a lead here for Newark Charter. As they are threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Maxwell goes into the pitch. He steps off.
This might be a good opportunity where we see a bunt, move the runners with nobody out here, get them in scoring position.
Would be a good move. We got nobody out. First and second. We'll see what Newark Charter wants to do. The wind-up or the stretch by Maxwell. Ball's outside. Ball 1. 1-0.
Looked like they had the wheel play on there as the shortstop went over to cover third.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on as they're trying to hold on the runner at second base.
We're going to have a little conference here on the mound. And that'll
Yeah.
give the... We'll give the...
They got to talk things over here. Has a really good. I like. I'll mention St. Mark's a lot because I like St. Mark's, but I think their pickoff play at second base, where they have it's either the shortstop or the.
They picked off Conrad twice on that play Sunday.
Yeah,
and Sullivan does it really well.
Yes.
And sometimes it's the second baseman sneaking in.
Right.
Sometimes it's the shortstop.
Right.
And as a base runner, you can't tell sometimes. You're
Right.
watching the shortstop, and the second baseman comes in, or if you're watching the second baseman, then next time they bring the shortstop in.
Yeah, I know it's a great play. I don't know why more teams don't do it, but so here we go, 1-0 as they're back. Doer steps back in. Maxwell with a 1-0 count goes into the stretch. Maxwell steps off again, puts the runner back. He's not quite comfortable in his delivery right now.
Yeah.
So Doer will step back in. 1-0 count on the batter. Conrad's infield is in. The pitch by Maxwell, it's the bunt. There's the bunt you were calling for. They're only going to get the man at first.
It's a good bunt. You want to make that third baseman field the ball. Good job.
Great job. They move the runners to second and third with just one out now. And coming to the plate will be Anthony Dalton, the right fielder. For Newark Charter, big opportunity right here. Be nice to single could bring home 2 runs. Of course, it looks like Conrad also has their outfield in as well. So
yeah, and it looks like the infield's kind of.
The outfield is in. I'm telling you, it doesn't look like too much of a pop to get it over their heads. Here's Maxwell's pitch. They pitch out. 1-0. Hoping to get one of those runners leaning.
Yeah, I wonder if they thought maybe possible suicide squeeze or a safety squeeze and get the guy down so far.
Good call, Jace. Yeah, definitely. So now Maxwell going to his stretch. 1-0 count. His delivery to Dalton. Outside again. So it looks like they're going to be willing to put Dalton on if that's what it takes. They can get the double play back in order.
Yeah.
So 2-0. Maxwell second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Maxwell delivers. Boy, that looked close, but it's on outside. Looked like a breaking ball. So now 3-0 count.
Good count to be in.
Yeah, they're just going to put him on. They didn't want to give him anything to hit. They're just going to give first base. So the bases are going to be loaded with 1 out now. But as I said, the double play will be in order. So with a hard ground ball, Conrad could get out of this jam with a double play. And coming to the plate is Shane Chopko. Speaking, we were saying that Maxwell could help out his own cause. Here's Chopko with the bases loaded. He could really help out his cause right here with a base hit. So here's the stretch. First pitch to Chopko from Maxwell. Maxwell steps off. Yeah, this is definitely a pressure situation early in the game for Conrad. Newark Charter looking to cash in. Shane Chopko. Here's the stretch by Maxwell. His delivery. Strike. Nice pitch there by Kyle Maxwell, making it 0-1. That's another thing that help you get out of the jams, Jason. Strikeouts.
Yeah, always strike out.
So here's Maxwell with the bases loaded. 1 out. His pitch to Shane Chopko. Chopko swings and misses. 0-2.
And with the bases loaded, it's important to get in front of the batter because you don't want to be pitching behind with the bases loaded.
So true, and here he is. He's way ahead at 0-2. Strikeout would really be big for Kyle Maxwell right now. Maxwell goes into the stretch. Bases loaded. 1 out. Outside. So 1-2 as he wastes one, hoping he might get him to chase.
A good block there by Brock Newell.
Yeah,
The backstop here is so far back that any ball gets by the catcher, it's normally going to score.
No doubt about that. Yeah, you don't have the short backstop as you have in many of the high school fields. Here's the delivery outside, 2-2. Now here's that situation you were just talking about, Jace, as he's getting higher up in the count because the walk bring home's a run.
Yeah.
In fact, it's an RBI. 2-2. Count is full. Bases loaded. 1 out. Kyle Maxwell into the stretch. His pitch to Chopko. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big strikeout there for Kyle Maxwell as he gets the second out of the inning with the bases loaded. And now, here's the guy, Zach Lesher, coming to the plate.
He had a leadoff single in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1.
Yes, and he hit it to the left side of the infield, towards right field. Boy, if he could nail one down the line right now, that would be big for Newark Charter. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Kyle Maxwell's first pitch coming up. Inside, ball 1. Lesher takes it, good eye. So 1-0 now, Maxwell trying to get out of this jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Maxwell goes into the stretch. Goes over to first, and I think he got him. He did! He picked him off! That's a great play there by Kyle Maxwell to end the inning with a pickoff. Get out of the jam with no runs scored. So Newark Charter, even though they were able to get
a hit by pitch, and a bases intentional walk.
But yet the score is still 0-0 after great defensive play by Conrad, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings. Hooters of Newark is located at 136.
Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation at Delaware High School Baseball, where it's a tie score, 0-0. No score yet here with a big game between 9-1 or 9-0 Conrad versus 8-2 Newark Charter, the Patriots. Now that last play, Jason, Nick Halliday was just explaining to us how it's done. It's called by Brock Knoll.
Yeah, an experienced catcher.
The catcher, and you can see that the first baseman was not holding the bag.
Right.
He's not holding the bag, which gave the runner an idea that he could take an extra step or two, and then he found out that you couldn't because Knoll knows what he's doing behind the plate.
Right, especially with the bases loaded and 2 outs, you want to get a good head start.
Marshall Autry is going to step into the box now for Conrad. They try to get something going here in the top of the 3rd inning. Shane Chopko's first pitch to Autry is a strike. Nice hard fastball.
He's been pitching pretty well here. He's got 4 strikeouts through 2 innings.
Chopko 0-1 and got a timeout. I guess there's not a jugs gun here, is there, that we can tell speed on?
Right. Don't see anything up.
But he looks like he's throwing in the 90s. Now here's Chopko's pitch. That's inside. 1-1. Marshall Autry, the catcher. So 1-1 pitch. Nobody out here. Chopko delivers. Outside with the curveball. Just missed.
Yeah.
2-1 now.
Looked like a good pitch, but like Pat said, just a bit outside.
May have been a little high, too.
Yeah.
Now here's Chopko, 2-1 pitch. He delivers. That's way outside. In fact, it's a wild pitch to the backstop. That's the pitch you don't want to have when that runner's on third.
Base. Right. Cause
That runner's on third, that leads to a runner. But so that one right there, no damage right there. Just another ball, making it 3-1. So good opportunity here for Marshall Autry. He's ahead of Chopko right here. Chopko delivers the pitch. It's low. Ball 4. So Marshall Autry will take first base.
it's the second walk.
Brendan Haywood will be coming in and stepping in for the box for Conrad. Taking his lead off first. Chopko, the delivery. That's a strike. We got 0-1 on the batter. Runner on first. Shane Chopko on the mound. Infield is in. At least the third baseman way in. Yeah, definitely expecting the bunt. And here it comes as he turns. Brendan Haywood turns. They call a timeout. Steps out of the box. So there's Chopko on the mound. Again, turning to bunt is Haywood. Runner on first. He pulls it back and takes a full swing. 0-2 now on the batter. With 2 strikes on him, the third baseman goes back to not quite. Boy, if he hits that, that's not. I don't want to be that close to a ball line drive coming at me. But
it's always a good play to try. Sometimes you bring the guys in and then pull back and swing.
Yeah, that one was another. That's a high outside curveball. 1-2 now. That seems to be Chopko's problem is with the curveball seems to come in high.
Yeah.
So we got 1-2 to Brendan Haywood. Oh, he hit that nice. It's going to be over his head. That's deep. That's deep. We're talking about first and third here.
You're going to send the runner.
Runners, so they're going to get their first runner. First run comes home. And we got a double right there for Brendan Haywood and an RBI to give Conrad a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, the guy came off the bench and he hits a ball down over the right fielder's head for the first hit of the game. But due to the walk, we always said that leadoff walk could come back and hurt you, and it does there.
That was Conrad's first hit of the game, and he wasn't even starting. He was inserted into the lineup because someone got hurt before the game. Great hit there by Haywood. Now the pitch to Walker. He tries to bunt it down the third base line, but it's foul. So we've got Haywood on second after that RBI double. At the plate is Kyle Walker. The leadoff hitter, the shortstop. Got an 0-1 count now on him. Runner on second. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Conrad now with a 1-0 lead. Looking to make it more.
Yeah, still nobody out here. Top of the order back up.
They try to push him back there at second.
It's a good read. I thought it was a little slow developing.
Got the pickoff play. Yeah, it was kind of he's just keeping him close there. 0-1. Chopko. The stretch. Square into bunt. Pulls it back. Ball 1.
Always, I guess you want to see if he's bunting there, so you throw it a little higher.
True,
always the toughest ones to bunt.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, Chopko, but this time he's square. Walker, the pitch. Tries to look like he wanted to lay it down the first base line there. Pulled it back. It was bad. His ball was outside, making it 2-1.
Yeah, good job by him by pulling it back.
Yeah, it wasn't a good pitch to bunt right there. That seemed like one he could have fouled off. So 2-1 to Kyle Walker. Nobody out for Conrad. They've got one in so far in the top of the third. Pitch. That was that high pitch that you were talking about,
Yeah.
Jason, and we saw the result, which was
Yeah.
a strike, as it's a very hard pitch to bunt.
It is, and normally when it's up high like that, you have a good chance of popping it up or getting it up in the air, and they can try and turn that double play.
So true, so true. So now we got a 2-2 count. He's still square to bunt. They go back to second base, keeping him close.
Yeah, expecting the bunt, you always want to make the runner not get that big of a lead off of second base.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that, like you say, he doesn't stretch that out to get a good jump. Now here's Walker again with 2 strikes. He's squaring the bunt. Pulls it back, takes a swing, hits off his foot, foul ball.
Look at that, the second one he's fouled off his foot today.
Yeah, they did one to each side, so
Yeah.
one down the left field side, one down the right field side.
Walker is 0 for 1 in the game as he grounded out the first base his first time up.
He's got a 2-2 count on him now with a runner on second, nobody out. That's Haywood is on second. He drove home the 1 run with a deep shot to right. That's outside. 3-2 now on the count, or on the batter. 3-2 count. Count is full.
I believe Walker had a full count his first time up too, so he's making Chopko throw pitches.
As we mentioned early in the inning, that's one thing we did comment on, the full counts.
Yes.
And while Walker's the one that started it off. There's a full count on him with nobody out. Runner on second for Conrad. The leadoff hitter, Kyle Walker, in the box. Sean Chopko into the stretch. He delivers. That's a curveball that was dropping. It's one of those numbers really tough to field.
It's almost like a bunt.
It is, yeah, exactly. It's a swinging bunt.
Yeah.
Swinging bunt right there. And you couldn't have bunted it any better than like that. Of course, Chopko tried to come in barehanded to make the play, but he just missed it as it was able to roll by him. Great play by now Conrad. First and third, nobody out.
Yeah, when you play Conrad, you have to worry about the big inning, and this has the potential of being a big inning.
Yeah, as they're going to talk about it on the mound, Kevin Russo is going to come to the plate, the second baseman, with runners on first and third, nobody out for Conrad. After Kyle Maxwell did such a great job of getting out of that bottom of the second inning when Newark had bases loaded, I think that really gives a charge to the other team as we see Conrad already
Absolutely.
coming on in this inning to score one run, and if Newark Charter is not careful, it could be more.
Right. And that's the one thing you have to prevent when you play Conrad, because they got a good pitching staff. You can't really give up a big inning.
Yeah, because where are you going to get the runs to beat them?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said before the game they've only given up 13 runs in 9 games.
Yeah, 1.5 runs a game.
Yeah.
So the Newark Charter, Shane Chopko on the mound. No count on the batter, first and third. Here in the top of the third, 1-0 a lead for Conrad. The pitch outside. That was a good job by the catcher to stop that, because that would have been another run, Jace.
Yeah, absolutely. As a runner moved up to second base on that.
So now second and third. Second and third with nobody out. Chopko's got a 1-0 count here on Kevin Russo. He's back into his windup now with the runner on second. Chopko, the windup, the pitch. Another curveball right on that corner right there. Strike. 1-1.
Looked like possibly a safety squeeze there. As he looked like he was pulled the butt, he was going to bunt the ball, and the runner did not break off the third right away, so it looked like a possible safety squeeze.
Chopko's delivery. That's a hard hit up the, it's going to score a run. Going to have to hustle. He got him. So one down in the inning, but the runner moves to third, and run
RBI
comes in to
ground
score.
out.
Yeah, good job by
And
Kevin Russo.
And like you said, he moved the other runner up to third with only one out. That he could score on a possible wild pitch or a sac fly or another ground out.
Yeah, great job by Russo right there. Nice hard hit ball. Gives Conrad now a 2-0 lead. At the plate is Brock Knoll, the catcher. Chopko, his delivery. You were calling that big time, Jason. Great call, Jace. You were calling for the suicide squeeze, and they had it on, but it was a wild pitch, and the run's going to come in to score, making it 3-0 Conrad.
Yeah, and you normally don't see it with Brock Knoll up the plate because he's like their power hitter, but and now we're
Oh, he's going to see whether that was a strike or not. The run's still going to score. He did not commit.
Did not commit.
Did not commit, so it's the count will remain 1-0 to Brock Knoll. Run is scored on the wild pitch.
Now there's nobody on.
Chopko's delivery. A nice hard swing there by Brock as he takes it down the left field line right there. Brock Knoll is at the plate. He's pitching. The delivery. It's in the dirt, making the count 2-1.
I don't think we'll see either of these pitchers throw a complete game because both have high pitch counts right now.
Yeah, we probably won't be looking for that. Here we are. We're in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Fouled away.
Evens the count at 2. Here in the top of the third inning.
2-2 on Brock Knoll. The pitch. Strike 3. So
Good.
There's the call.
Good pitch there by Brock Knoll. And that's the second out of the inning. There's nobody on base. And Madonna is up to the plate. He had walked last plate appearance, so he's over.
All right, well, I'm back here. So we got a 1-0 count to Anthony Madonna. Here's the pitch by Chopko. 3 runs in this inning so far for Conrad, Jace.
Yeah, 3 runs, and this is.
There's a 1-1 count to Chopko. Or from Chopko, or to Madonna, making it now 2-1 on Madonna. Chopko with 2 outs now, 3 runs in now. It's been a big inning for Conrad.
Yeah, we said that you have to watch out for that big inning, and 3 runs is a lot for a team that doesn't give up any runs.
2-1 pitch outside. Now it's 3-1. So Conrad looking for more base runners here is Anthony Madonna. Is at the plate for Conrad. 3-1 to Madonna. Chopko goes into his windup. He's got the sign. The delivery. Strike. Make it 3-2.
Full count.
Madonna is driven it to a full count. Yeah, he was looking to take off. He thought that ball was outside.
Yeah, he thought he had the second walk of the game already.
There's the pitch. That's a solid hit. It's going to go through the hole. He's going to get a base hit, and Conrad is off and running again with another base runner with 2 outs.
Yeah, they had no hits coming into this inning, but they've got
3 in this inning.
Yep.
3 in this inning and 3 runs in. Ryan Bradigan, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Pitch. Or excuse me, goes over to first.
A high throw. Good job there by the first baseman bringing it down.
Yeah, don't want that to get away from you. It'll advance the runner. So Chopko again throws over. He wants to keep him close. Doesn't want to see anybody else come home in this inning.
Yeah, if you're Conrad, you stolen base, get that guy on second.
With 2 outs, yeah,
Right.
you could definitely see that.
Definitely doesn't want that to happen, so he's keeping him close.
So far, I think they might actually 1-0 is now on the count. May wait a couple pitches before they take that steal.
Exactly right.
Especially when they get to 2 strikes. Seems like the 2 strikes, they seem to like to take the chance and go. So we got a 1-0 count now. Chopko delivers. That's going to be up the middle, but it's going to be a bouncer. Throws it over to second, gets the force. And so the inning is finally over for Newark Charter, but not before we see 3 hits and 3 runs in for Conrad to take a 3-0 lead over Newark Charter, as Newark Charter is going to be coming to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we're welcome back here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's take a look at Conrad's defense. Walker is playing shortstop. Russo's second base. Newell's the catcher. Madonna's right fielder. Braden's the DH. Sutton is the right field. Maxwell's the pitcher. Altry's playing third base. And Hayward is the center fielder.
And here we go, Zach Lesher. Zach Lesher coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd with Newark Charter, looking to get some runs back after they gave up 3 there in the top of the inning. Kyle Maxwell feeling a little bit more confidence on the mound, I'm sure, with a 3-0 lead. Maxwell's first pitch. Lesher hits it hard. It's pretty deep, but they're going to get there. Right fielder comes over, makes the catch. 1 down there for Newark Charter. A little bit too much air underneath that one, not enough line drive.
Yeah, the first time up, we saw more line drives hit for him. That time, like you said, he got a little up in the air.
Conrad was playing him pretty deep, too. So now
And if
with
you're
1
Maxwell,
down.
you like it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, easy. So here comes Maxwell's first pitch. It is inside to Brett Callahan. Callahan, just a freshman.
He flew out to left field his first time up.
Is the second pitch. It's a strike, 1-1. Maxwell comes in with the fastball. 1-1, 1 out. Maxwell with the 1-1 pitch. That ball's going to get through the hole right there. It's going to be a hit for Brett Callahan to try to get Newark Charter started with 1 out.
Yeah, that's their third hit of the game. So each team has 3 hits. Walker made a good dive there in shortstop for Conrad. Just couldn't.
Really,
come
he
up
got
with it.
closer to it than the second baseman,
Yes.
and it was on the right side of the
Wonder if
right
they
side of
had
the infield.
The shift on.
Yes. So now we've got Ryan Walsh at the plate with a runner on first. Kyle Maxwell delivers. That's a strike. Nice pitch there, curve, I believe.
Walsh is 0 for
For a
1.
slider.
He struck out in his first time up.
So 0-1 count to Walsh. Now the runner on first in Callahan. Pitch by Maxwell. That's over to the third baseman. He goes to second. And he dropped the ball, but once he's caught it, it's an order. He's out.
Yeah, he dropped it on the exchange.
On the transfer, yes. He's transferring from the glove to the ball or to the hand. So runner is out. That's the first out of the inning. Should be a second out, should it?
Yes.
Lesher made an out, so it's 2 outs now. Runner on first. They're having a discussion there. He's probably explaining to him who was on the exchange. Buglio steps in.
Buglio had to pop up to the second baseman then his first time up.
He's the cleanup hitter. So we've got runner on first. Here in the bottom of the third, 3-0 lead for Conrad. Kyle Maxwell on the mound for Conrad. Maxwell goes into the stretch. He delivers the pitch. Nice curveball. Doesn't quite hit the inside corner, so ball 1. 1-0 now to Buglio. Run on first for Newark Charter here in the bottom of the third. Kyle's pitch. Inside. Ball 2. 2-0 now to Buglio as Maxwell falls behind the cleanup hitter with a runner on first. 2 outs, though. Maxwell to the stretch. Delivers.
3-0.
Outside. Ball 3. 3-0.
3-0.
3-0. A lot of things can happen with 2 outs, Jason.
Yeah. 3-0.
3-0 count now. Maxwell looks for the sign, goes into the stretch. He delivers. Hard hit down the line. Nice play by the third baseman. He got him. Unbelievable play
By
by the third baseman. He's just at the Brendan Miller. Brendan Miller, just the third baseman. He's being designated hitter for, but man, he made Brooks Robinson play right there at third base. I hope we got a good shot of that for you. But so at the end of 3 innings, it's 3-0. Conrad is leading Newark Charter, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports Presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. And if you saw that last play, wow, you saw baseball at its finest right there with third baseman for Conrad, Brendan Miller. He's just the third baseman, Jace. He's being designated hitter for. And as you were saying, Buglio got the green light.
3-0.
3-0, and he smashed it.
And
It was a hard ground ball. It took a great crazy hop, and he was able to spear that before it got down the line. Brendan was, and get it over in time to first base.
yeah, that was a Sports Center top 10 plays right there. I mean,
It was, and
incredible.
then one thing I will say is Buglio did not move that quickly down the line.
No.
He's a big guy, and that helped Brennan out a little bit, but he couldn't have done it without that great fielding play right there.
Yeah.
So here we go as we go into the top of the fourth. Conrad leading 3-0. They've they got out of the bases loaded jam, and that play right there that actually could have led to a bigger inning.
I was going to say New York Chargers had a runner on in every inning and had the bases loaded in the second inning, so they're having their chances.
First pitch right there by Chopko to Dustin Sutton is a strike. Strike on the outside corner, making it 0-1.
Sutton is 0 for 1 as he struck out his first time up.
That's a delivery. It's got outside with the curve. Doesn't quite catch the outside corner. Make it 1-1. Dustin Sutton at the plate for Conrad. Shane Chopko on the mound for Newark Charter. They trail 3-0. Chopko's delivery. Outside. 2-1. Close. Good eye by Dustin Sutton. Conrad looking to add to their 3-0 lead here in the fourth inning. Top of the fourth. That ball's low. 3-1. Chopko's pitch count has to be getting up there. He has run some full counts, as we were saying earlier, and here he is at 3-1 to Dustin Sutton. Sutton, a little dribbler to second base, and the first out of the inning right there. An easy one for Newark Charter, so we got one down. Kyle Maxwell, the pitcher, coming to the plate right now.
Conrad has somebody up there down in the pen as Maxwell's throwing a lot of pitches too. Looks like number 11 for Conrad.
Number 11 would be, I don't have a number 11 for Conrad on my roster.
Yeah.
They skipped over it, so we will find that out. Of course, if they were going to take Kyle out, I think they might be pinch hitting for him right now. I don't know. Here we are. He's only pitched 3 innings. I think he goes at least 5.
Yeah. Probably just getting somebody up in case he gets in trouble. Yeah. Now we have, looks like a...
So Maxwell's going to be at the plate. 0-1 count. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Conrad leading 4-0 over Newark Charter. Big Diamond State Conference matchup here. Shane Chopko's pitch, that's way high, making it 1-1.
Maxwell 0 for 1 as he struck out his first time up.
Well, I remember Kyle has always been a pretty good hitter. That ball is outside, 2-1, so he's got the count in his favor. Here's the windup by Chopko. That's a strike. 2-2 to Maxwell. So he caught the corner on that fastball. So 2-2. Shane Chopko. Pitch to Kyle Maxwell. That's a nice smack by Kyle. It's deep to short. We could see a play here at first, but Kyle Maxwell beats it out for the infield single.
Yeah, great play there by Lesnar as he dove and made a nice play on it and a strong throw, but Maxwell was able to beat it out.
Yeah, he really hoofed it down the line right there. It was a great play, like you said, by Lesher. And if a slower man had been running, Lesher would have been able to get him. But Kyle's got pretty decent speed, able to make it down the line and get an infield base hit. So now we've got runner on first for Conrad. 1 out. At the plate is Marshall Autry. Shane Chopko is into the stretch. The pitch, it's a curveball. It's over for a strike. 0-1. Chopko going to try to keep him close there at first base. Chopko, 0-1. He throws it over to try to keep Maxwell a little close there. Not to get too much of a jump. 1 out. Marshall Autry at the plate for Conrad. Conrad leading 3-0. The 0-1 pitch by Chopko. There's a bunt. That's a nice bunt.
That's a
great bunt by Marshall Autry as he's able to pop it up in between the pitcher and the shortstop in no man's land right there.
And we see Conrad like to play on the bunts, even for hits.
for hits, and it's a very great way to set up your offense, and that's what they do. I mean, they call it small ball.
Yep.
And it is just a really.
That's how they scored against St. Mark's the other night. One was a suicide squeeze, and they had a couple other safety squeezes.
It's a scrappy way to play baseball,
Yeah.
really scrappy. As far as you try to get as much as you can out of as little as you can. And that right there was like I say, just a nice. That could have been if it had to be in the right place because
Right.
it was easy to catch if it had been at somebody, but it wasn't. So we got 1-0, first and second for Conrad at the plate. Brendan Haywood.
He had the RBI double his first time up.
He smacked it down the into right field, right?
Over the right
Took
field.
to the wall, I believe. So Brendan Haywood, number 16, runners on first and second. 1-0 count. Shane Chopko delivers. Swing and a miss. Making it 1-1. Yeah, Conrad could really put nice cushion on right here. With a base hit, could bring home a run. Big base hit could bring back home 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Brendan Haywood. Chopko delivers. He looks like he's squaring around the bunt right there again. So Conrad, like you say, they'll play that scrappy.
That's what they're
small
known
ball.
for, and it gives defenses fits if you're not ready for it.
Yeah,
Look how far the third baseman's back.
Just smart play by Conrad. Total smart play. Now we got 2-1. Chopko's pitch with runners on first and second. That's fouled back, so it's going to be a 2-2 count now. To Brendan Haywood with runners on first and second. Shane Chopko on the mound for Newark Charter. Chopko looks. He sets. Gets the runner. Gets him back to second. Just looks him back, basically.
Don't want him getting too far off second base.
Yeah, don't want to give him too much of a lead. Here's Haywood with a 2-2 count on him. Shane Chopko in the stretch. Delivers. Fouled away. 2-2.
Good hack there by Haywood.
It was. The ball looked a little bit high.
Yeah, and with 2 strikes, if you can just get a piece of it and live to see another day.
He's got a 2-2 count on him. 1 out. First and second. Brendan Haywood at the plate for Conrad, who has a 3-0 lead. Steps out. Chopko steps off. Now he's back on. First and second. 2-2 on the batter. Brendan Haywood. Chopko comes to the stretch. He delivers. Strike 3. Really nice pitch by Chopko as his curve or his drop ball just dropped right in there, across the plate for the strike.
6 strikeouts for Chopko. He's pitched pretty good. I mean, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits.
Yeah, Conrad was just able to capitalize, and like this small ball that we've been talking, they really get the most out of as little as they can with a 3-0 lead right now. Kyle Walker at the plate.
He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
First and second. He kind of pops that one up. The runners are moving. He brings it in. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, so no score in here in this inning. So at the end of 3.5, we've got Conrad 3 and Newark Newark Charter Patriots 0. So we'll be right back after these messages.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports Presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. I'm Pat O'Donnell. I'm here with Jason Winchell here in the bottom of the fourth inning with Conrad leading Newark Charter 3-0. Conrad with a new pitcher on the mound, Jace.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Bradigan, who we said earlier. He's 6-0.
6-0 and lifetime 19-1. I don't know if I've ever heard of a pitching record like that here in the state of Delaware, but
it's good record to have. You know, like you said, 19-1. That's an incredible record. And I saw him dominate St. Mark's the other day through a two-hitter, and that's not easy to do against the defending champs. That's a good home win against. As he outpitched Billy Sullivan in a game that took like an hour and 22 minutes. You
have to do a great job that day if you're going to outpitch Billy Sullivan, because he's a fine pitcher. But I'm excited about watching Branigan pitch right here, because I said I've never remember anybody with such a record over 3 years. I mean, he's 6-0 this year, and he says 19-1 overall for I guess that's for 3 seasons. So. Really excited to see Ryan Branigan on the mound here for Conrad. Conrad had some really good pitchers back in the day. Guys like Kevin Phillips and Doug Allen, John Lure. Here's Ryan Branigan following in those footsteps. Branigan's outside. That pitch is outside, making it 0-1 to 1-0 to Logan Vivian. Branigan, next pitch. Strike. 1-1 right there. Fastball on the outside corner.
Yeah, Bradigan throws the ball hard.
Bradigan's delivery. Strike. Yeah, he's got a nice, strong fastball. And he
works fast.
Yes, he does. That's what I was just thinking. Boy, he gets up there and he's ready. He attacks.
And that's why that game with Sullivan and Bradigan last week took an hour and 22 minutes, because neither pitcher were just getting the ball and throwing, getting the ball and throwing, getting the ball and throwing.
And there he is again with the delivery, but it's down the line. Nice play by the first baseman. Brings it in, kind of 1 out in the inning.
Marshall Autry, the first baseman, made that nice play there.
Autry, who also did a nice job of the offensive side. So he's having a good game there. Marshall Autry playing first base. So 1 down. Sean Kelby at the plate for Newark Charter. I think that's his breaking ball right there. Bradigan kind of lays it on the outside, wants it to break in. His second pitch, 1-0. That's outside too. That looked like a fastball though. 2-0. Bradigan, 2-0 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. That's a nice hit, but it's right at the center fielder. I think he's underneath it, and he's got it.
Bradigan's done a nice job as he's getting them to swing.
Yeah, very, there was just a few pitches so far, really. I think he's thrown about 5-6 pitches this inning. He's got 2 outs. It was a hard-hit ball, but it was right at the center fielder.
Right.
Not sure who's playing. Do we know who's playing center? It was originally going to be Jack Sissifo. Haywood out there. So a nice play by Haywood. At the plate right now, Ellis Dorr.
Brendan Hayward,
Strike.
who had the RBI hit earlier in the game, too, to get Conrad on the board.
That last one, that was a high inside fastball that he went right after. Had no chance of hitting. Ellis Dorr, 0-2 to him. Outside. No, strike 3. Catcher knew it. So that's the end of 4. It's now 3-0. Conrad leading Newark Charter, the Patriots. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation at Delaware High School baseball. We have Conrad 3 and Newark Charter nothing after 4 complete. And man, I really was impressed by Ryan Bradigan. That's the first time I've been able to see him pitch, Jace. But you were right, man. He works fast.
Yeah, he works fast, and I mean he does a good job, and he's not afraid. He pitches to contact a lot too. I mean, we saw that strikeout then, but he's not afraid to have his defense make the play.
Yeah,
There's total trust in him.
Yeah, there was I think 2 very nice defensive plays. One by first baseman, one by Haywood, the center fielder, as he was able to get back on a fairly well hit ball. But when you're, like you say, when you're hitting at somebody, it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's why you defend on that defense. You want that defense behind you because they're the ones that are really going to come through for you. Coming to the plate now for Conrad, Kevin Russo. Shane Chopko's first pitch. It's outside, ball 1.
Just a reminder, everyone, we will be live streaming the Mount Pleasant Brandywine game to follow this. Probably start 45 minutes after this game ends.
Yeah, here's Chopko's pitch, his second pitch. Also outside, 2-0, so Kevin Russo already ahead in the count.
He is 0 for 2, but with an RBI as he grounded out to score a run.
Right, he was able to nail that ball to the shortstop, I believe, and
correct.
Got a run home. And also advanced another runner, who eventually did score.
Right.
So now it's 3-0 to Russo. Chopko in danger of walking the first batter again. Here's the pitch. It's ball 4. So Russo is on for Conrad. He'll take first. Here we go. Conrad trying to start off with another rally.
And in the third inning, when they scored the 3 runs, it was a leadoff walk that started the damage.
That's like we said. You know, that first you walk the first batter usually means trouble. So Chopko's going to hopefully try to break that trend so Conrad doesn't extend their lead, which is 3-0 right now. In the box is Brock Knoll.
He's 0 for 2. But he's a good hitter for Conrad.
He's 0-2, and he's a good hitter. Then I would say he's due, Jace.
Yeah.
He's due. Brock Knoll, the runner on first. I'm sure he'd love to bring that home. 1-0 count from Shane Chopko. Chopko delivered. No, he goes to first. He gets back. Chopko ready to go into a stretch. Over to first again. He gets back. So they're really trying to keep him close, Jace.
Yeah.
Don't need any more runs coming home. They've got 3 runs to make up for already. They've only got 4 more bats, 9 outs left to do it.
Yeah, when you got Bradigan on the mound right now.
That ball is a strike on the outside corner, making it 1-1. 1-1 to Brock Knoll. Runner on first for Conrad. Shane Chopko on the mound. He goes into his stretch. He goes over to first. Runner gets back. One on the batter. Brock Knoll. Chopko goes into his stretch. Delivers. And foul ball. Just foul.
Just missed.
Foot off of the line right there, Jace. Yeah, that would have been big time trouble.
Yeah, that was going to go down in the corner, and that probably would have scored Russo for first base, and probably would have been a triple for Knoll.
That's what it looked like. It's a very, very nice stroke there by Brock Knoll. So now it's 1-2 on Knoll. Chopko looks for the sign. Goes into his stretch. He delivers. That's at the shortstop. Could be 2. Only gets. Got some kind of a complaint or a call here on the field.
Maybe catcher's interference.
And looks like both runners are going to stay on base.
I believe it was a catcher's interference. I believe on the swing he hit the catcher's glove.
That's maybe why it was kind of nubbing a little bit there to shortstop. We believe that on the swing he hit the bat. Is what we're thinking, right, Jace?
Right. That was what I think. The umpire did call it right away, the home plate umpire. But both umpires are discussing it now.
They are, and they seem that they have decided in Conrad's favor. So it looks like it's going to be first and second with nobody out again for Conrad and Anthony Madonna. Coming to the plate. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Somebody just mentioned Danger Zone, and I have been binge watching Archer on FX, and it's hilarious. But okay, Anthony, that ball is high inside.
Russo had a big lead there.
It's Archer's favorite song there, Pat. So no, it's Kenny Loggins was a guest star singing that. So here we are, 1-0. First and second. Chop goes pitch. It's outside. Oh, they did have him. They had him way off. He did. There was nobody covering, so he couldn't. This catcher couldn't throw the ball to second.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was picked off. But he's back safe on second.
Russo's getting a great jump out here on his bunt attempts.
2-0 now the count to Anthony Madonna. Runners on first and second for Conrad. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Timeout called.
This could be the inning that Conrad breaks it open here. You have to watch out.
Yeah, they're a dangerous, dangerous team. They are threatening again. Oh, that is a great bunt. I don't think they're going to get anybody.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. Great play. Great play. Great play by the third baseman as he faked the throw to first and was able to catch the runner who was rounding third off and leaning. And with the I guess it was the shortstop, I believe, covering third. So really a good play by Newark Charter to cut the runner there at third base, give himself one out and runners first and second instead of no outs and the bases loaded. Big difference. Ryan Bradigan, who's now pitching at the plate. A throwback just to get him back. Really got to hand it to that third baseman. That was really nice. Heads up, really thinking.
Yes.
Knowing, I mean, when you're out there on the baseball field, there's a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when there's, especially with runners on base. So really nice heads up play. So we got a 0-0 first pitch. Oh, Bradigan hits it into the left field. There could be a play at the plate. There's not going to be a play at the plate because he dropped the ball in left field. So coming in to score easily is Brock Knoll, making it 4-0. Conrad has Bradigan really nice hard line drive, hit that ball real well.
Yeah. Good. And now that he's pitching, he helps himself.
Well, actually, the pitcher of record will be Kyle Maxwell,
Right.
I believe. He pitched 4, didn't he? Yeah, he pitched
Yes.
4 strong, left
No,
with the
3.
lead.
He pitched 3.
So unless Newark Charter scores 4 runs, Maxwell will be the winner. But I guess that's an elongated save of some sorts if he finishes the game, right?
Yeah.
So Bradigan now runners at second and third as they advance on the low pitch. Got balled by the catcher. We got a 0-1 count to Dustin Sutton. The pitch outside. 1-1. Here's the pitch, Chopko to Dustin Sutton. Low, make it a 2-1 count. Second and third, just 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Sutton's 0 for 2, but he's in a big. Can really break this open with hey here.
Oh boy, anything in the hole. Of course, the Newark Charter with the infield in, so any infield hit, they will be coming home. And Conrad was ready to do another suicide squeeze. We talked about them being scramblers, and they're really good at what they do.
Yeah, and they run that squeeze play a lot. And it always seems to work. And good job by the batter there by fouling it off. That way, if you have to try and make contact, because if not, the guy's dead duck at home plate.
Oh yeah, you got that correct. So now, second and third, 1 out, 2-2 on the batter. I don't believe he'll be bunting now, Jace.
Yeah, probably not at 2-2.
Here's Chopko's delivery. That ball's right at the third baseman. He looks the runner back, able to get it over to first. I actually think he got drawn off first, but no. He tugged him instead. Okay, so he did get drawn off first, and he made a straight tag on the runner to record the second out.
Yeah, big out. Good job. They're looking the runner back, both runners back, and then throwing first.
Yeah, good fielding both by the third baseman and a good job by the first baseman, even though he got drawn off to make the tag play. So now it's Kyle Maxwell.
Who moved to third base, by the way, when he was done pitching.
He looks at his called strike right there. Curveball went right over. So Maxwell got an 0-1 count on him.
Maxwell's 1 for 2 with a single.
That's right. He put one through the hole. Oh, no, he beat out the infield single.
Infield single. On a nice play by Lesnar, the shortstop for Newark Charter.
That same hit would bring home a run at this point in time. Got a 0-1 count to Kyle Maxwell. Time called. Shane Chopko pitched a decent game, but Conrad has been very efficient with their offense. The pitch. Pretty weak swing there as he half committed, I guess. Makes it 0-2. I think Kyle was totally fooled on that pitch because he seemed to just swing at it kind of lazily. 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on second and third. Shane Chopko to the plate.
Heading towards Chickies and Pete's right off the roof of it.
Yeah, Kyle files it back, but I think that was almost a slow curve that he almost was able to lace into right field.
I think the ball wanted those crab fries, but it's not open to that.
0-2. There's the play. I think he got back, though. Just got back. I mean, he had him. He was pretty well off of the bag. The throw was a little bit wide.
Yes. And by the time he put the tag on, he was...
Yes. Yeah, he couldn't get it quite back before the slid under. Slid under the base. So 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Runner on second and third for Conrad. Kyle Maxwell in the box. Batting for Conrad. Shane Chopko's delivery. It's up the middle, but the third shortstop, very good position. And he throws to first, and that'll be the third out of the inning. Not before Conrad gets another run, though. making it Conrad 4 and Newark Charter 0 after 4.5 innings. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hatley joined Patterson Schwartz and Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hatley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hatley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School baseball. We have Newark Charter today versus Conrad. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning with Conrad leading Newark Charter 4-0. Jason, I think their Charter is in due for what we call a rally.
Yeah, and they're going to have to rally against one of the best pitchers in the state.
So this is where they can prove their mettle. They can prove their mettle. As you just said, they're going up against a great pitcher, but great pitchers have bad days too.
Yes.
He's only had one his whole high school career because he's 19-1, but maybe the second day will come today.
Plus, he did come in relief. And that's
he came in relief.
Sometimes that can make a difference if you're used to starting a game.
Yeah, he gave up there were 2 hard hit balls, but both at fielders, and then he whiffed the last batter. And like I said, he did it with lightning speed too, as far as the pitches and how fast he works. We've got Anthony Dalton's going to be coming to the plate, try to get things started here for Newark Charter, who is in need of runs, trailing 4-0.
Dalton walked his first time up.
Bradigan a little inside. Yeah, Dalton didn't even flinch right there. That was a little bit inside. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. He throws a really hard fastball. I'd really like to get a gun on him.
Yeah.
A Jugs gun.
You hear the catcher's glove pop. That's how hard he throws the ball.
The pitch, 1-1 pitch, fouled back, make it 1-2.
That's why.
Yeah, he just keeps coming at you. You better be ready in that box because Ryan Bradigan isn't wasting any time. There he is. He's set. He sees the sign, the delivery. That ball is out of play, off down the right field line. A little behind that pitch. And being behind this pitcher, I don't doubt that.
Yeah, like we said, he throws the
Not
ball
surprising.
hard.
Bradigan ready again, delivers. That's a nice hit, but I believe he's right there. Played perfectly by the center fielder. It was a line drive. If he was playing deeper, it might have dropped, but he had him played perfectly,
Yeah.
making it 1 out.
We mentioned earlier that their outfield plays shallow, and you can see
Yes.
that it's working. It seems like the scouting report has been dead on.
Yeah, so far they haven't had any deep shots off of either Kyle Maxwell or Ryan Bradigan, who delivers his first pitch. That one's hit pretty hard, but it's right there at the right fielder, and 2 down. Bradigan very good at, I guess, location. Location. Just like real estate, it helps a lot in pitching, and he has great location and great speed and good stuff. Now coming to the plate is going to be Zach Lesher. Zach does have, I believe, 1 hit today.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2. Last time he hit the ball deep, but the right fielder made the catch.
His fastball outside. 1-0 now to Matt Lesher. Trying to get a 2-out rally going as Newark Charter down to 7 outs. Lesher a little late on that one. Looked like a off-speed pitch. 1-1. Yeah, I'm really impressed with Ryan Bradigan, just a little bit that I've seen with him right now. 1-1. Bradigan's pitch to Lesher. Lesher fouls it back. It's 1-2. He's behind in the count. Bradigan seems to like to jump ahead in that count and just keep on going.
Right. He throws those first pitch strikes.
That's so important to get ahead of it. You know, when you can throw that first pitch strike, oh, man. Makes the whole rest of the pitching to that batter so much easier. So 1-2. Bradigan, the windup, the pitch. That looked like a curveball, but it must have been a little high. So it makes it 2-2.
Good job by Lesnar. He laid off that curveball.
Yeah, that's 2-2. The pitch. Strike 3. Lesher goes down. Bradigan. Pretty much the same thing he did last inning. He had two put-outs in the field, and then he struck out the last batter. So after 5 innings of play, we've got Conrad 4, Newark Charter 3. Or Newark Charter has 3 hits, but they got 0 runs. So it's 4-0 Conrad at the end of 5 innings. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, to cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the top of the 6th inning. You're watching 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School baseball. Conrad is leading Newark Charter 4-0. Newark Charter in the field. And they have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 6, who is Ellis Dorr. So Ellis Dorr will now be pitching for Newark Charter, who's trailing by 4 runs right now, so they cannot afford to let Conrad get any more runs this inning. So it's 4-0 right now, with only 6 outs left for Newark Charter. Coming to plate, Marshall Autry. Door's delivery. It's a strike. So 0-1 count now to Marshall Autry.
Archer's been on base both times. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk.
That was a breaking ball that was nailed by Marshall Autry off the foot of Ellis Dorr, and it went into no man's land in front of the second baseman, who couldn't get to it in time, and so it's going to be a base hit for Marshall Autry. Yeah, that ball was hit really hard.
Yeah, he smoked that ball up, and he's now 2 for 2 with the walk.
Now, as a pitcher, you know, that's always, I guess, your biggest fear is that ball coming back at you. I was once hit directly in the forehead when I think I was 14 years old, pitching Babe Ruth, and kid nailed it and hit me, boom, straight here, right in the forehead. And I think I continued to pitch the game. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I may have gotten taken out, but I was fine. I didn't, well, people argue with that, but whether I'm fine or not. So they're going to let Dorr take a couple pitches here, make sure he's okay.
I think that's a nice, good move. Let him throw a couple pitches, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, I think he feels he's fine. It just hit off his foot a little bit, and not a shot to the forehead, as I was talking about.
Right.
But that's, that was so lucky for me that it didn't hit any other part of my face. Because you've seen what has happened to guys who have been hit with line drives that they break their left orbit or right orbit. So now here we have Brendan Haywood at the plate. Pitches outside. We got a runner on first for Conrad with nobody out.
Haywood's 1 for 2 with a double and a run batted in.
Having a good day. There's the pitch. Door's pitch is bunted. Man, that's a nice bunt. He couldn't beat it out, though.
Good play by the catcher.
Yeah, the good play by the catcher. I guess the bunt, it could have been maybe another foot more. It didn't quite make it to the grass. So he needed just a little bit more in order to beat it out.
This team always seems to bunt the ball really well.
Yeah, it did the job. I mean, there's one out.
Yep.
Runner on second now. He advanced the runner. Got Kyle Walker at the plate. He's the leadoff hitter, so
He's 1 for 3 with a single.
Conrad put themselves in a great position right there with smart play. Yeah, that small ball, really can produce runs, gets the runners in scoring position, and Conrad has that kind of play down pat. So Kyle Walker will step to the plate with a runner on second, one out. Doer's pitch is outside, ball one. I think that was a little bit of a breaking ball as well. So we got 1-0 to Kyle Walker. Ellis Doer on the mound for Newark Charter, who is trailing Conrad 4-0 right now. That's really inside. He brushes him back.
This is the first time Walker's facing Doer in this game.
Makes it 2-0 to Doer, to Walker. Doer into his stretch, looks at the runner. That was right down the middle of the plate, but it's banged right at the center fielder. No chance to advance the runner as the ball was hit very, very hard, not that deep. So we're going to have 2 down now as Doer gets the second out. Runner still at second, and that's where Newark Charter wants him to remain, as they are trailing 4-0 right now to Conrad, the number 1 team in the state, at 9-0, trying to go 10-0 here today at the beautiful Frawley Stadium. What a great place to see baseball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Here's Doer. He's into the windup. The stretch. It's a breaking ball. It's inside. Of course, we encourage everybody to check in on our sponsors that we have. Here's Doer's pitch. That's a strike. 1-1. Yeah, there was the Hooters down on Kirkwood Highway. Get unique images on Kirkwood Highway. Brian's Loans. And the Hadley Group. So that's a strike right there. 1-2. They're going to third. He bobbles it, and nice steal there.
That was a delayed steal.
Delayed steal, correct. Yeah, they saw that. I believe there was a bobble at the plate, and he made the decision to go. But yeah, check out all our sponsors as we play the. Tell them 302 sent you. Here's Doer with a 1-2 pitch. Hit the batter as he just stood there and took it. Kevin Russo will go to first base, make it first and third with 2 outs. And coming to the plate, I believe it's Brock Knoll, who, Jason, you've pointed out, is a very solid hitter.
Yeah.
And he's got a runner on third and a runner on first. He's got a new pitcher he hasn't seen yet. But I got to think that Brock is licking his chops right now.
Yeah, he reached base last time on a catcher's interference.
Right. Yes, that was that weird play we saw a couple innings back. So Doer just steps the runner back to third base.
Yeah, that's
well, that's the thing when you go to
third.
second or third, you don't have to throw the ball. If you go to first, you have to throw the ball, whereas second, third, you can kind of look them back. And as a right-handed pitcher, that's about all I ever did. So here we have Ellis Doer getting ready to pitch to Brock Knoll. We got a 1-0 count, first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That ball is outside, making it 2-0. 2-0 to Brock Knoll. Conrad with a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. Ellis Knoll, 2-0 delivery. Brock wanted to get a lot of that one.
Yeah, 2-0 pitch.
2-0.
He was expecting to murder that ball.
Yeah, that's one of you're really looking for. Give me a pitch I can hit. So 2-1, 2 outs. Here's Doer's pitch. It's coming to Knoll. That's a strike. Nice curve by Ellis Doer. That really broke off the table right there and sunk on down.
That's a good pitch to throw Newell because he's such a dead ball, fastball hitter, and he.
Well, at 2-2, we'll see what he's going to give him this time. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Doer goes into his stretch. His pitch, it's outside. Runner takes second. The catcher holds on to the ball. Didn't want to take the chance of letting that man from third come on home. So they give second base to Conrad. So now it's second and third with 2 outs.
Full count.
Full count. The payoff pitch by Doer. It's a slow hanging curveball. Brock was able to wait a little bit on it, but he fouls it off. Make it 3-2 again. So another big pitch coming up. This is when baseball, there's no wiggle room.
No.
You always like this kind of play. This is it's the kind of baseball I like to see. Now here we go, 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch outside. Now we got him loaded up. Got him loaded up for the cleanup man for Conrad, Anthony Madonna. So this could be big trouble for Newark Charter as they are in a heck of it's a 2-out jam. They only need one more out, but a lot of things happen with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And Anthony Madonna, if he gets a run,
he's
a hit in the hole.
He's 1 for 2 with a walk.
Doer, first pitch to him, way high. Seems like he's getting a little wild there.
Yeah.
He did hit the one batter. Second pitch, 1-0 pitch, Doer. Fouled away by Anthony Madonna, making it 1-1. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Newark Charter trailing 4-0. Does not want to see any more runs for Conrad. 1-1 pitch, Doer. That ball is going to be out of play down the right field line.
Now it's 1-2.
1-2 is the count to Anthony Madonna with 2 outs and the base is loaded. Trying to come through. Ellis Doer, the windup, the pitch. He hits that hard. It's to the center fielder who is going to be able to bring it in. Nice play by the center fielder. He had to go a little bit to his right, pull it in, but he does make the catch to get the third out of the inning and stop the rally of Conrad as they already lead 4-0. But so at the end of 5.5 innings, as Newark will be coming to bat, it's 4-0. Conrad leading Newark Charter, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowes, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports Presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. The score is 4-0 with Conrad leading Newark Charter right now. Ryan Bradigan is on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th for Conrad. And man, Jason, they've been so far playing a really efficient game.
Yeah, and you can see why they're the top team in the state and are undefeated. They've done a good job both offensively and defensively. And Bradigan, since he's been in 6 up, 6 down, with 2 strikeouts.
And we said he doesn't waste time with it, does he?
Nah.
So Bradigan getting his warm-up pitches in here. 4-0. So far, Conrad with 7 hits and 4 runs, no errors. Newark Charter, no runs, with 3 hits and 1 error. So far, Conrad, with 7 hits, 4 runs. As we said, we just really admire their efficiency and how they work the bases. And
they put pressure on the defense. Once they get runners on, they make you think.
And not only that, they're good bunters.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're bunting and they're playing well, but they're good at it.
Yeah.
So coming to the plate right now, Brett Callahan, just a freshman. So I guess Newark Charter has a lot of young talent there. I think that's the second freshman that was starting.
And he's 1 for 2. He has one of Conrad or Newark Charter's 3 hits.
So it's a 0-1 count. Bradigan, the pitch, outside. 1-1 to Brett Callahan. Bradigan looks, delivers. That's a nice base. No, it's going to fall right there in front of him. Nice base hit by Brett Callahan on a line drive.
He's now 2 for 3. And like you said, he's just a freshman. To get a hit off of Bradigan is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was a nice. He throws hard. That was a nice, solid line drive. Perfect base hit. Ryan Walsh now coming up with runner on first. Bradigan's first pitch is high, ball 1. Got the runner on first for Newark Charter.
Just a reminder that we have Brandywine Mount Pleasant coming up after this one. Also here on 302sports.com.
That ball is high and in the air. I believe the left fielder is underneath it. He brings it in, so we got 1 down for Newark Charter. I can see that's really Bradigan's has a unique ability to ground balls, high pops.
Fly out.
That line drive that we saw
was not a normal.
Yeah, it was not normal. So we're going to give big props to the hitter, that 9th grader. So coming to the bat right now, Kevin Buglio. Buglio was thrown out on that great play by third baseman for Conrad. It was Brennan Miller on that play.
Yeah, it was also his last play of the game because once the pitching changed, Walsh moved over to third base.
Right, Maxwell. Actually.
Maxwell.
Bradigan inside, ball 2. So 2-0 with a runner on first. Buglio can get a base hit, try to get something started here for Newark Charter. Once things get started, things can get rolling. 2-0 pitch. Bradigan, he said, he delivers. That ball's hit hard, and it's in the gap. That's going to be trouble. It's going to go all the way to the wall. It's off the wall. So Newark Charter is going to be able to get it looks like it's going to be a triple. They're going to get a chance for him at third, but he comes in at third. He's safe. So a big hit there by Buglio. Kevin Buglio takes it all the way to the wall. And he got a nice break there, Newark Charter did, because that ball bounced very, very high before it hit the wall, and it was almost bounced over the fence, which would have been a ground rule double,
right,
which would have not allowed the run to score. But luckily it hit, I think, about 6 inches to a foot down the wall. So now coming to the bat, Logan Vivian.
And that was power versus power in the Bigelow 1 out.
Yeah, he got the best of that fastball of Ryan Bradigan. So Bradigan is giving up a run here. It's 4-1. Here in the, that's going to be a base hit too, I think, unless they are not. So it's going to be another run for Newark Charter, making the score 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have shown that they have been able to be productive and get a little bit off of Ryan Bradigan, who we have been talking about as being pretty much untouchable, only losing 1 game his entire high school career against 19 wins. But right now, 4-2, Newark Charter with a runner on first, only one out. At the plate is Sean Kelby. I believe Sean has a hit today, no?
He does. He has 1 for 2.
1 for 2. I believe he made pretty decent contact. So
He had a hit in the second inning off of Maxwell.
Bradigan, that ball's going to be to the second baseman. He's going to cut the lead runner off, and the
Smart play.
Kelby will get the first. Very smart play by the second baseman, able to record the second out. So it's now 4-2 with 2 outs, runner on first. And at the plate is the pitcher. Now pitching, it's Ellis Dorr. So if Ellis was, now here's another helping your own cause, because he could be a pitcher of record if they were to get the lead. So here's the pitch to Dorr. He fouls it off, and it's going towards Chicky and Pete's.
That was my plan for dinner tonight, but it doesn't look like it's open.
So I guess you will be eating there.
No.
Here's Ryan Bradigan's 0-1 pitch. Oh, that was a curveball that It hung, and it's down the right field or left field line, but he's not going to be able to get to third. So you're going to have first and second for Newark Charter.
That's
Bradigan.
4 hits this inning for the Newark Charter.
Yeah, Bradigan that was a off-speed pitch, a curveball, which the batter waited on perfectly. That's those slow curves. That's one of the hardest things, is not to commit yourself. But he didn't commit one bit. He just sat right back on it and laced it down that left field line. And Conrad's talking about it. They're going to
number 14 for Conrad warming up.
Number 14 for Conrad is, yes, Timothy Metzier. Metzler. Okay, Metzler. He's warming up. I think Conrad thought with putting in Bradigan that was going to seal the deal, but he has run into trouble here against Newark Charter here in the 6th inning. Anthony Dalton at the plate with runners on first and second. There is 2 outs, but they've hit him very well. They've hit Ryan Bradigan very well, making good solid contact. That's a strike. Inside strike. Bradigan went right after Dalton.
Dalton flew out to center field last time he faced Bradigan last inning.
So he has had a look at him. 0-1 pitch. Bradigan delivers. That's high. 1-1. Anthony Dalton. Big pressure situation now for number 4. Bradigan looks for the sign. Goes into the stretch. Is 1-1 delivery. Big.
Nice.
That's the slow curveball that the last batter was able to wait on.
Yeah.
And he just watched it, and it came right down into the strike zone. Very nice pitch, making it 1-2. I think Bradigan comes with heat right here. 1-2, 2 outs, first and second for Newark Charter. And strike 3 on the fastball.
Yep.
So, at the end of 6 innings of play, on this inning right here, 2 runs scored by Newark Charter,
On
making
4 hits.
4-2. They cut on 4 hits. They cut the lead in half to 4-2, but they're Conrad able to stop it at just 2 runs as they're able to strike out the last batter. So after 6 innings of play, it's Conrad 4, Newark 2, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings. Hooters of Newark is located.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz and Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So, for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School baseball. We have a 4-2 score right now with Conrad leading Newark Charter going into the 7th inning. Newark Charter just scored 2 runs, though, Jason.
Yeah, as you saw last inning, they hit the ball hard off Bradigan, getting 4 hits. And a nice job by Newark Charter to get some runs and cut the lead into half.
Speaking of Bradigan, he just stepped to the plate right there. So he's 0-1 as he fouls it off.
He is 1 for 3 with a RBI single.
Doer's second pitch to Bradigan, 0-1 count. That's down to the third baseman, makes a nice play, throws it over to first. He tags him again as he's drawn off the bag. That counts 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Conrad looking to extend that lead, which was cut in half last inning, as Newark Charter really started hitting the ball. Had 4 hits in the inning, and they hit them hard.
Yeah.
Dustin Sutton steps to the plate.
He is 0 for 3.
That's a strike. Nice pitch by Doer as he's able to put that curveball right across the plate. Breaks down and in. 0-1 pitch to Sutton. That's outside, ball 1, making it 1-1, 1 out.
Just a reminder again that Brandywine and Mount Pleasant will be coming up after this game. Probably 45 minutes in between.
That's a strike right there, making it 1-2. Yeah, I won't be here for the second game. Are you? I believe who's going to be our boy?
It will be Pat Garianis and me on the call.
So Pat Gariantes will be here with Jason
Adams
Winchell
on the camera.
Me, I'm going to run in town to Wilmington and do some joking around. I'm going to joke around there at the Prince of Piedmont. We're going to do a comedy show. Right now, we got a 2-2 count on Dustin Sutton. The pitch fouls it off. He's able to battle, hang in there. We used to say he's still alive.
That's right.
Nipper, still alive.
When you got 2 strikes, you just want to find any way to get a piece of it to stay alive.
That's it. We got 2-2, 1 out. Doer's pitch. Tries to get the curveball, doesn't quite break in enough. Stays outside, making a 3-2 count. Conrad looking to get a base runner. 3-2 pitch. The payoff. Nice hit down the right field line, and it is fair.
And that's going to be trouble.
It is fair. It is trouble. He could get 3 as Dustin Sutton is off and running. They still haven't got the ball in, but he's going to have a stand-up triple for Dustin Sutton as he delivers a strong line drive down the right field line that rolls all the way to the corner. So now Conrad threatening again, and Kyle Maxwell's still the pitcher of record, so he can help himself out here by
getting the base hit. Don't rule out a suicide squeeze or a safety squeeze here.
Yeah, we've got the Newark Charter has the infield in.
It's only 1 out.
Maxwell at the plate. Doer. Timeout. Maxwell steps back in. Here's the pitch by Doer.
Yeah.
Oh my, it slips off of the catcher's hand as they had him dead in a rundown, and it just slipped off his hand, and he did not control the ball. There was no way the third baseman was going to be able to catch that and start the rundown. So it went into foul territory deep there into left field, and a run comes in for Conrad, making it 5-2 now. Outside, Ball one, making it 1-1
We
now.
saw the squeeze play again.
The score is now 5-2. Two and one on the batter. Ball's fouled back.
Off the box and down to the fan.
The run came in to score when he So here we are, 2-2 pitch. He gets a piece of it. It's just going to be a roller to the second baseman. He'll get it over. That'll be the second out of the inning as Kyle Maxwell grounds out
But he's
to the second baseman. Marshall Autry is going to come to the plate for Conrad, who now
And he's
leads 5-2.
He's 2 for 2 and also has a walk. So he's
Yeah,
reached
he
base
hit the
all
ball
3
solid
times.
at one couple times, I thought.
Yep, he hit that line drive off the pitcher last time.
So here's Doer's pitch. Outside, hits the dirt. Yeah, that was just a tough play for the catcher, Newark Charter's catcher. I don't see listed, but number 30 is Ryan Fred. Yeah, Ryan just, the ball was stuck in his hand as he went to throw it. That's fouled back, coming almost
Over
right
our
at
head.
us.
And it was the squeeze play again, which set it
Yes.
all up, and he missed the bunt.
Well, as you said before, when you miss,
Yep.
you're in no man's land, and he was in no man's land. It was just, he could have ran it back to the base, which was he was trying to do, but I think the ball stuck to his palm because it went directly to the ground. I mean, it wasn't even a close.
No.
I mean, the third baseman didn't have a chance really to field the ball.
Now Autry has reached base all 4 times at the plate.
And that has been very damaging for Newark Charter. They want to talk about it again as they're going to gather at the mound with 2 outs here in the inning. Conrad leading 5-2.
Hayward's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice and a RBI double.
Yeah,
looks like
he laced it down the right field line, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Haywood. So it's just a little bit of a discussion. We got a pitching change now. Not sure who's coming in, but we'll find out in a second. Number 22 would be Gene Matthews, just a freshman. He's a pretty big kid for a freshman as well. So he's going to be coming in here for the try to get the final out of the inning for Newark Charter.
And this is a good
we're going to
time
take a break right now, folks, and we'll be right back after these messages.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports Presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. Here we are. We're in the 7th inning. There's 2 outs on Conrad, who lead Newark Charter 5-2. Newark Charter just made a pitching change, bringing in Gene Matthews to the mound, a left-hander, just a 9th grader. He's going to be facing Brendan Haywood with a runner on first and 2 outs, trying to get to end of this inning and and Newark Charter will be hoping for a 7th-inning rally. And it's going to have to be a pretty big rally now. It's a 3-run lead, Jace.
Yeah, we saw him score 2 last inning on 4 hits, but
They'll need to go one better, at
Yeah.
least 2. One. They'd have to go one better just to tie. Nice hard throw.
that's why that
1-1.
insurance run this inning for Conrad was huge.
Yeah, Matthews right here. I like him. He throws a hard ball. 1-1. Gene Matthews goes into the stretch, looks the runner back, goes over. Boy, I don't know. Were you ever caught off base by a lefty?
Yeah,
Because they did that to me quite a bit.
they are tough to get a read on.
It is. It's like, wasn't it going to the plate? I guess it wasn't. So, Matthews 1-1, pitching to Haywood with a runner on first. And timeout's called. Brennan Haywood steps back in. He's ready. Matthews looking for the sign. He's going back over to first. So yeah, doesn't want him to get to second. He's getting keeping him close. So here's the pitch to Haywood from Matthews. Fouled away.
Looked like a possible hit and run as the runner was off of first base on the pitch.
I believe see a pinch runner, number 5. Nathan Gore. Is that who that is? Yeah. Nathan Gore. Here's Matthews' pitch. Outside, gets by. And Nathan Gore is going to get to second base for Conrad. Yeah, I missed the switch of the runners. Did you see that?
I did not see
I
it.
missed it.
Must have been.
It's Conrad. They're sneaky. They just get stuff in, eh? They're a good baseball team is what they are, ladies and gentlemen. Brennan Haywood at the plate with a runner on second. Gene Matthews, just a freshman, coming in relief. The lefty on the mound with a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. So he's able to get him out of the inning with no further damage done to Newark Charter. Newark Charter, big job right now as they come to the bottom of the 7th, needing a 7th-inning rally, a 3 to tie and 4 to win. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School baseball. And boy, we got a good one here today. It's 5-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Newark Charter is coming to the plate, looking for a big rally. And once again, Conrad has changed the pitcher. Going to be closing the game out will be Brock Knoll, as we had 3 innings from. You get 3 or 4 innings out of Kyle Maxwell. Was it 4? I believe we got 4.
3 and 3.
Was it 3 and 3? So
Yep.
Kyle Maxwell threw 3 innings, and Brock Knoll
Brannigan.
Ryan Brannigan threw 3 innings, and now Brock Knoll coming in to close it out.
That's what Noel does a lot. He'll come in and be the closer.
I guess they must have just thought that the Newark Charter was hitting Brannigan a little too solid. Didn't want to take the chance, so they're going to pull him. They're going to go to Knoll. This should be very interesting. Coming to the plate, it's going to be Nicholas Crusto, number 14 for Newark Charter. Crusto is a senior, and he's going to be facing Brock Knoll. So Nick Christo steps in. Brock Knowles' first pitch to Christo is a strike right down the middle of the plate. Comes in firing. 0-1 now.
And Knowles a tough pitcher. He comes in, like I said, he's got the experience of finishing out games.
Knowles' second pitch is high. 1-1. The 1-1 count there to Nick Crusto.
Just a reminder that we have Mount Pleasant Brandywine coming up 45 minutes after this one.
That's right. Green Knights and the Bulldogs coming to you. That's inside.
A little Brandywine School District rivalry.
Yeah, huge rivalry. Mount Pleasant and Brandywine. So hopefully they're going to have as good a game as we've seen in this first one. That is a high delivery, making it 3-1 with nobody out.
Came in and got that first strike, but has
Since then hasn't been able to hit the zone.
he did not want that leadoff walk.
As we have stated earlier, but he fouls it away, gets the 3-2. So he's got a 3-2 count now. Crusko looking for a nice meaty pitch. Doesn't want to chase anything. Doesn't want to chase ball 4. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Right high. Over the plate, but high. So it's going to be ball 4, and they do get that first runner on by walk.
And the top of the order is coming up now for Newark Charter. Lesher, who we saw hit the ball hard his first time up. Then the freshman Callahan, who has 2 hits. So it's not over yet.
Zach Lesher, the pitch to him. That's a strike over the plate. Looked like he was taken.
Lesher is 1 for 3 with the single in the first inning.
He has hit the ball solid besides that, too, I believe. Here's Lesher. The pitch to him. That's a curveball. Kind of gets away from the catcher, making a 1-1 count. Runner on first. One to the batter. Zach Lesher at the plate. Runner on first for Newark Charter. The delivery. He bunts it high in the air, but he catch. Nice effort. Great effort by Conrad's catcher. We believe it's Autry.
Yeah.
Marshall Autry.
Marshall Autry, who played first base earlier.
Yeah, he really went all out there as it was a bunt that got popped up, but luckily for Lesher, nobody able to get it. But now it's a 1-2 count, so he's probably not going to be bunting. Third baseman's a little bit in. A nice curveball. Curveball that breaking in. Lesher able to foul it off. 1-2. Runner on first. No. Delivery to Lesher. Another foul ball.
Doing a good job
Beats it
staying
down
alive.
dirt. Yeah, he's on the ball. He's making Brock earn everything. He's not sitting there and taking that third strike. We got 1-2. He's protecting the plate. Zach Lesher seems very good at protecting the plate, and that's what he needs to do right now with a 1-2 count. Nobody out. Runner on first. Now he's going to talk to the third base coach. They want to talk over exactly
The game plan here.
what he's looking for. So I think they've got everything straight. Maybe he just needed a second. Maybe he may have straightened his back. We'll see. Seems okay. He swings the bat. looked painlessly swinging. So now here comes the pitch from Noel. He's able to get another piece of it right there and foul it off. Aaron left foul territory right there. Zachary Lesher. 1-2 is the count on him. Brock Knoll on the mound. Runner on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. That ball got by him, so we're going to have a runner advances to second base, making it 2-2. 2-2 count. Runner on second now with nobody out.
And what a great at bat here by Lesher. He's fouling pitches off and
pitch after pitch after pitch. He's been dealing with it. He's got a 2-2 count now. I mean, a base hit could really get the engines of Newark Charter rolling. Brock Knoll, his delivery. That's a curveball. He popped it up to the left fielder. He's underneath it. Brings it in. 1 down in the inning. So Newark Charter with just 2 outs left as they're trailing 5-2 with a runner on second now.
The freshman Callahan is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, and he scored last time.
So Callahan looking to get a line drive base hit or over the outfielder's head. Brock Knoll sees the sign. And he steps out. Callahan steps out. No. The pitch. They try to bunt it again. Fouled off. Now 0-1 is the count.
Newark Charter's down 3 runs here.
5-2. Yeah, just 2 outs left.
Yeah. Surprised to see him bunt.
Yeah, it's surprised not to see him swinging away. But maybe they thought the third baseman was a little far back. Thought they could have snuck one in. Noel makes the move back towards second. Just gets the runner back. Brett Callahan steps back in. 0-1 is the count on Callahan. Brock Knoll, the delivery. Ooh, nice hard swing by Callahan. Makes it 0-2. He wanted that one, Jace.
Yeah, it was a little high.
It was.
Like you said, those pitches are tough to lay off of. And
yeah, it looks like you can hit them, but they go right over top of the bat. So 0-2. Brock Knoll, delivery. Strike 3. So just 1 out away is Conrad from their 10th victory. Newark Charter with a runner on second. Down to just 1 out. Ryan Walsh. Conrad is going to talk about it a little bit, I guess.
Walsh is 0 for 3.
Maybe they want to talk their defensive strategy right now. Who's going to move where, how they're going to move, if according to the runner. So they're just getting everything straight. Brock Knoll stays on the mound. The runner also talked to his coach, what his coach wants. He'll go back to second. And Ryan Walsh will step into the box. Knoll looks for the sign. Brock Knoll for Conrad. Ball's high. It was 1-0. 1-0 to Ryan Walsh. Brock Knoll with the delivery. At the strike. 1-1. Right there on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Brock Knoll. Pressure really starting to bear down here on Newark Charter. Brock Knoll. The pitch. That's a strike.
What a
Nice
pitch.
dropping curveball on the outside corner. Great pitch by Brock Knoll. Makes it 1-2. So just one strike away. Brock Knoll looking to get the save here. Strike three! And he does it as Knoll catches the outside corner, gets the final out of the inning. And that brings the final score is Conrad 5, Newark Charter 2. And we'll be right back and to wrap this up after these messages. Yes?
At 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Remember, you can always order online to take home our world-famous wings. It's your couch, our wings.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we had a good one here today. And we got another one coming up, so I want everybody to stay tuned. And
Yeah, Brandywine Mount Pleasant will start at 7 o'clock, they just announced, and we will be live streaming that on too.
So, but this one was a very good game here today at Frawley Stadium with Conrad taking on Newark Charter. And Conrad advances to 10-0 with this victory, 5-2 over Newark Charter. Conrad did it today on 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Newark Charter 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The errors were a little bit costly to him, I think, Jace.
Yeah.
Had some good. Did anybody have 2 hits today? Do we have any 2-hitting?
Yeah, we had Altry had 2 hits and reached base all 4 times. So he was the best offensive player for Conrad today.
So good job by Marshall Autry, and it was overall good, not a good defensive plays.
Yes.
Brennan from at third base, I think it was his name.
Brendan Hay was
No, the third baseman
Miller.
was Brendan Miller.
Yeah,
Brendan Miller made a heck of a play there. We saw some really good defensive plays. We saw good pitching out of Conrad, who used 3 pitchers. Kyle Maxwell went 3 innings. Then Ryan Bradigan went another 3 innings.
Right.
And then Brock Knoll gets the save and closes it out, I believe.
Yep. It's a good job by all of the pitchers for Conrad.
And if we were to give away a player of the game, you know what? The way it was spread out, I think Kyle Maxwell, he started off the game. He got him out to the lead.
Pitched 3 shutout innings.
3 shutout innings. I would say our player of the game would be Kyle Maxwell.
Yes, I
So,
agree.
folks, I have been Pat O'Donnell. I've been here with Jason Winchell. We want to thank you for tuning in to 302 Sports Presentation of Delaware High School Baseball. I want to encourage you to continue to watch our next game, which is coming up at 7 o'clock here from Frawley Stadium, which will be the Brandywine Bulldogs versus the Mount Pleasant Green Knights. So, I'm Pat O'Donnell for 302 Sports, here with Jason Winchell.
Yep. Good night.
And he'll be here for the next game. So I'll see you next time, and Jason will see you at 7 o'clock.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in, folks, and good job by Conrad. Good night, everybody.